Hey guys, it's me, Miss Garcia. I'm back for part 2 of our blocking lesson. So, in the last lesson, you learned that our bodies, where they are positioned is very important, and how they are positioned is very important. We learned about levels, we learned about triangles, we learned about the give and take or the giving focus. Some of those things, along with others, are very important when you consider your bodies on stage. So, how do we get this information into our script? How do we remember it? Well, today we are going to talk about how to do that. And so, if you can see in this screen right here, I know it's kind of small because I had to divide my screen in multiple ways. But in this screen right here, I'll make it big for right now, you will see this script marking shorthand. Now, basically what this is letters and symbols that we use as actors and directors and stage managers. We use these things to be able to record our blocking or the blocking of the actors in our scripts. So as you can see, there's what looks like codes or symbols for every situation. And now you can combine these. We often do to make sure that you really understand what's going on. For example, down here, I've given you some examples. X stands for cross. The arrow stands for 2. This little circle with the initials in it, that's the actor. And I gave you the example up here of Willy Wonka. So, and then DC stands for downstage center. So instead of writing cross to Willy Wonka downstage center, that's a lot. And the margins of your script aren't very big. So you have to kind of do a little shorthand. And that's what this means here. Cross to Willy Wonka downstage center. That's a much smaller way of doing it. So I'm going to show you guys how that works using a script from The Outsiders. So let's let that fix. Okay. So right here, you see the Outsiders script that I have. Sorry, my dog is a little silent. So when you're marking in your script, first of all, it's very important that you use pencil. Don't use a pen because blocking changes a lot. Sometimes the director will give you tell you to move from here to there, and then they look at it and they realize, yeah, I don't like that. Or maybe you as an actor say, it feels better when I do this instead of that. So a lot of times your blocking will change. So you always want to write it in pencil. That way you can erase and write in your new blocking. So we're going to look at this scene from The Outsiders. And we're going to focus here on Bob. So if I'm playing Bob, and you can read, these are stage directions that came with the original play. You can use them or not use them. It's up to you and the director. Sometimes it, can change, but let's just take this as if we were doing this exact thing. 2 young men, Randy and Bob, obviously socials, are entering. Right here, that tells us we're entering. So we know that we are going to enter. Now, our director is going to tell us from which direction. So it says here that Bob enters from stage left. So let's see if the director actually did that. This is the video.
The 3 of us get to stay together only as long as we behave. so Soda and I stay out of trouble as much as possible. I'm not saying that either the Socias or the Greases are better. That's just the way things are.
Hey, Grace, how come you're all by yourself, Grace?
Stay away from me.
Good, think of it. And you know it's not safe to be out here all alone.
Okay. So, as you can see, the directors decided to stay with enter stage left. So if we want to say enter stage left, how do we do that? Well, look at this little chart over here. And we could say downstage left if we are coming from downstage left. We could say upstage left if we're coming from upstage left. Or so upstage left, or we can say left stage. So let's just go with left stage. Enter left stage, and then the actor crossed to, and we're going to call him P for Pony Boy. Okay, that's what the character did. He entered left stage, crossed to Pony Boy. Let's see that again. Let's see if we can do a side by side.
Leave me alone. Look, Grace, we're going to do you a favor. We're going to cut off all that long, greasy hair.
No! They're better. That's just the way things are.
Hey, Grace, how come you're all by yourself, Grace?
Stay away from me.
Good,
Here he
think of
is
it.
coming
You
from
know
left
it's not
stage
safe to
and
be out here
crossing
all alone. Leave me
to
alone. Look.
Pony Boy. And he does that. So really, since he's down here, you could do it this way. Hey, Grace. That's it. Enter stage left and cross to Pony Boy. All right. We'll put it up here. Okay. So that's what that would look like. Let's keep watching.
Grace, we're going to do you a favor. We're going to cut off all that long, greasy hair.
No!
Need a haircut, Grace?
Okay. So he's still crossing. So we're going to do you a favor, Grace. Cross. Or, here's one that I don't have on the list. He's really following Pony Boy as they pull him down. And then right here, he's going to pull out his scissors. So you would just write that. Pull out scissors. All right.
All right, Grace. Let's see. How do you like...
Okay, how do you like... Here we are. How do you like the haircut to begin? Just below the chin? So here he's going to go cross in front of or upstage of Randy. And we see Pony Boy here. And I don't know this other guy's name, so we're just going to call him Jimmy John. And so he's going to cross around And then he's going to kneel.
Attack has to begin right below the neck.
Are you crazy? Derry, soda!
I see someone.
Derry!
Okay, Grease.
Cool it, Bob.
He's asking for it.
Company's coming.
Well, looks like you get another appointment, Grease. Catch you later.
Okay, and here, if we look at this, he said, have to give you another appointment, Grease. Catch you later. This is where he's going to rise. And let's look what rise looks like. Okay. So, at that point, at that line, he's going to rise as he's speaking. So as he's speaking, he's going to rise, and then he is going to cross back left. With an increased tempo. Okay, so right here, as he's rising, and he is exiting, actually, stage left with a high tempo. That's what that looks like. Now, you may have better ways or develop different ways of doing this, but universally we try to stick to the same language, because if you look at, oops, wrong way. If you look at this particular thing, each letter represents a different thing. Each arrow represents a different thing. So this arrow up, that means upstage. So if you were to use an arrow up for rising, that could get confusing for some people if they had to take over for you for whatever reason. If you got sick, if you got injured, whatever, they would have to take over, and that could be confusing to them. So we try to stick to a universal language. That way we're not all confused later. Okay, so hopefully that helped, because in the next for your project that's coming up, you guys are going to be doing this all on your own. Oh, yup. Yeah, I said it. All on your own. So you will have a copy of this script marking shorthand and some examples. Could be a quiz. I think there is. On your shorthand examples. And then we are going to do a little project.